Hi, welcome to my channel, Inner Goddess Guidance. It's good to have you here. I created this channel for people who are doing the work of achieving their own self-healing in order to pursue self-mastery. I believe that each and every person is on their very own healing journey. It's not about what anybody else thinks or says, that we're all here to self-actualize in our lifetimes. And as a divine feminine, I want to assist in any way that I can. So I've taken my own unique skills and talents and experiences, sort of mixed them together to bring this channel to you. So I have a very special project that I want to present. I'd been thinking about it for a while and talking with a few people about it, and finally the other night things really came together. So this is what it is. This project is very much aligned with the very best projects I ever did with my students, actually. It's individual and collaborative, and hopefully you're going to find it interesting. The end result will be a Divine Feminine Healing Oracle card deck. You, for the next, let's see how best to explain it. For the next 65 videos, what I am going to be doing is presenting a different aspect of the healing journey, or a different piece, if you will, something that we should reflect on or consider in our healing, that can assist us in our healing. And as we do that, you are going to have the opportunity to create your own oracle cards. So the materials you'll need to do this are just some index cards. You could use some other things too that I'll go into in a while, but suffice it to say that every single day that I talk about an issue, you'll take your own notes, do your own processing, and should you choose to, create your own image that goes along with that. So why does it work? Well, when you are journaling, you're doing one part of reflecting and healing, but creativity is a whole different way of understanding, and it can deepen your understanding. The more ways we work with something, the deeper our understanding and learning is, until we get it's so integrated into us that's when we've actually owned that knowledge, that skill, that ability. So I wanted to set this up in a way so that every single person would have their own individualized healing oracle deck, and that collectively we could come together to create a divine feminine healing oracle to assist others beyond what we do here in these videos. So the way this would work is that you would we would do the lessons together over the next 65 lessons. So here's an example of maybe a journal layout, right? The concept up here, notes and ideas and thoughts about it. I put down here, so I put mindfulness up here. And then down here I wrote different activities that would support mindfulness. So on this I just put down some thoughts and ideas that I had, things came to mind. You could actually do your own independent research, watch a few YouTube videos, or read an article, or whatever. But I will give a talk about it, and I will point out some resources. And then down here, I put down the things that I might like to explore in order to, or to try doing. So I put like activities that would support mindfulness, drawing and coloring. I was thinking specifically of those coloring books that have mandalas, for example. Mindful, anything I wrote, walking, cleaning, bathing, talking, gardening, eating, those kind of all, you can bring mindfulness into all of those activities. I put listening to music on there as well. And there's like other things that you could do that would support mindfulness. Then you just take a blank card and using whatever you want, pencil, colored pencil, pen, felt tip pen, gel pens, paints, pastels. You could even make a collage. You could even, if you're a scrapbooker and you have all kinds of little fun embellishments, you could do the word in a really fancy way and put embellishments on it. The sky's the limit, really. Like, if it's coming from you and it's creative and you're working with that concept, whatever the concept is, and you're creating a visual representation of it, that's the point. So I picked 4x6 cards, just regular cards like this. So you could do your artwork directly on the card. You could actually do your artwork separately and then take a photograph of it, print it out like I did as with this one. So this is from a photograph of the sun sent to me by a viewer in Malaysia. And I thought, well, that is a really beautiful image. I actually made it a little larger, you know, focused in, because I thought that that particular part was so beautiful. And then you could actually just glue it right onto the card. So there's lots of ways. There's no right way to do it. There's no set way. You're basically creating oracle cards. We're creating them together, each person their own. And so what would go on the card would simply be something like this. So you see how I put mindfulness at the top? And this, again, it comes from a viewer in Malaysia. And she sent it to me and gave me permission to use it in my example here. And so, and then what we'll do, so you would have your own, is that at the end of the time or through the process, we would share those on a Facebook group that I've made. It's a closed group. I don't want to open it to everybody. I want people who are actually going to watch the videos and create the deck to do it with that purpose. And the reason why is that there's a certain energy when you're focused on something. Like, let's say Krissa was thinking about the concept of mindfulness when she did this, which I don't think she was, but what if she was? Your energy is now infused, your intention and your energy is infused in that creative image that you made. And so that's part of why it serves the bigger purpose of healing, because you were healing and infusing that energy into that when you made it, if that makes sense. Well, of course it makes sense to you guys. And then I would really like to, for people who want to submit for the final deck, for there to be at least maybe 3 submissions for each word, and for us to be able to create some sort of divine feminine art gallery where we could go in and vote on the image that we liked the best. And then I will have for us manufactured or created a healing card oracle that is a collective oracle. And those people who submitted their work would have their name printed on the bottom. And in this case, I just put her name, Krissa, Malaysia, and where she's from. Part of what I think is super beautiful about this channel and really about Twin Flame Theories, the grid that's been created. And what I noticed in my own coaching sessions is that my clients now come from all over the world. Australia, Botswana, Uruguay. Today was Italy. Gosh, I know I'm leaving one out. I don't know why. UK. So people are coming from all over the world, and it's so beautiful to be able to make the connection of support and encouragement. And here's the other thing. We feed each other. We encourage and inspire. That was the word I was looking. We inspire each other. And that's the best part of collaboration. When people are collaborating so that they're inspiring each other to even greater capacities, then what they create collectively is better than any one person can create individually. They in a good collaborative group, people need each other and inspire each other, and individually they can produce more than they could have ever on their own. So the Divine Feminine Healing Oracle, once it's produced, would be a professional deck that could be sold, or would be sold, will be sold, and 20% of the profit would be channeled toward a specific charity. So, for example, we could collectively choose a women's and girls charity. We could choose an environmental cause, like for clean water. Or I was talking with the Divine Feminine from Italy today, and she feels like she's drawn in her mission to do something with the earth, and really has a desire to clean up plastic in the ocean. It's beautiful. So that our money could actually, the profits, 20% of the money could actually go toward that cause, which I love because it's scaffolded so beautifully. Individual healing, collective contributions, creating something that's better and more helpful to people even beyond ourselves, because the oracle can be used by people who aren't divine feminines. Anybody can use that healing oracle and assist themselves on their journey. It's a part of a process that can help them. And then in addition, on a financial level, on an economic level, it can support a cause that we determine or we choose. So that essentially is the project that I'm proposing to you. How can you participate? Well, just show up. The next video I post will be the beginning of this cycle. If you miss one, it doesn't matter because the videos are always available. You can go back, but I'm not going to present more than one concept a day, and it will take at least 65 days to present because there are 65 cards. Oh, I wanted to tell you why I chose 65. So these are all my notes. The number will, okay, so let me just make sure I said everything. People make their own cards. So you either glue them on, or you can take photographs and glue them on, or you could put it on a very heavy photographic paper would work. You can also use, if you are a scrapbooker and you have some of the heavy tag board, you could cut your own individual ones. You want them to all be the same size, obviously, so you can use them yourself. And the other thing I wanted to say is that the cards, these cards in and of themselves aren't thick enough really, but if you wanted to do it straight on the card, you could actually glue two of these together, using glue stick. And then what you can do is you can make them shiny by doing a couple of things. You can use decoupage to make them shiny. There's a spray you can use to make them shiny. And also you can take them to a place, or if you have this tool, you can laminate them and have them laminated and then trim them down, and then they'll be glossy and protected so that you can shuffle them or go through them and create your own spread. And we could create a spread together. It'd be fun to have people say, ooh, this is a spread that I created, this is how I use it. And I think all of that is best shared in a Facebook group. So if I haven't already said it, I have created a closed Facebook group. All you have to do to find it is go to Facebook and look for Inner Goddess Guidance, and you'll see my little, the little lotus picture that goes with that. There's nothing yet posted in there. So at this point, all you have to do is ask to join, and I will give you permission. If you know other divine feminines who are inclined to like to create things and you want to do this with them, maybe you have a good friend and you want to do it together, then that's fabulous. Ask them to come join. I am going to do the videos here on YouTube, post them here on YouTube, so you don't have to join the Facebook group. You could do the whole thing just through the YouTube videos, and should you choose at the end of creating your cards that you want to submit 1, 2, or 10, you know, for consideration for the final deck, then just send them to me through email. Otherwise, I think a lot of them will be shared on Facebook and people will feel there'll be a natural inclination. If you do want to submit, though, I will have to get a JPEG file or whatever through my email. And I have to do a lot of research into things like copyright and trademark and some stuff like that. Which leads me to another thing. I have decided to put a link in the description box that is for donations. I hesitate because it's so hard for me to even say that. So if you want to support my work toward that, it would be super awesome, because I know that I can't do this. I have to go find some experts to help. And it already has required a lot of my time and effort. I just want to say that I do that all because I love doing it. I don't do this for donations. And I definitely do not want you to feel like ever that you need to give. It should be absolutely only something that you do because it is genuinely within your means to do so and you feel like supporting it. I feel like giving has to be without strings. I do this channel without strings, if that makes sense. There's no strings attached to it. It's not, okay, my coaching practice is tied to it. I am getting clients through doing this, and I am good at what I do. So I love working with people individually. But my videos will not stop regardless of whether I get donations or not. And I'm really not going to mention that a bunch. I'll just say, if you want to make a contribution that helps support the deck, because really that's the way I look at it. I think I need to talk to a lawyer. I don't know all the intricacies of embarking on this. I just know that I want to do it. I want to do it with you. It's a really good idea. And I'm thinking about it a lot in the way that a teacher would and not the way a businesswoman would, which is why I know I need to consult other people, if that if that came across clear. So I will put a PayPal link if you want to make a donation, but please don't feel at all like pushed to do that. Okay, voting, person's name. Oh, if I didn't already say so, because I did do another draft of this and then I got a phone call right in the middle of it, so I had to reject my video. But if I didn't already say this, when you've done your artwork, okay, and you've created your card, to take, the reason why I chose lined note cards was so that I could use the back to write my insight on it of what I learned or what I thought about or why I used those images or why I chose those colors, whatever you wanted to do. So if I didn't mention that, that's why, to get the ones with the lines, but it doesn't matter. There's no right way. Just if you want to do it, just do it. There's no right way. Like any good thing, the more you bring yourself to it, the better, right? Okay, that's all. Why there's 65 cards? Because this was cool. I really originally was going to make it 47 cards. And then the next option, you know, a lot of people go for the double digits, right? Like 44, 55, 66, whatever. But then I was like, no, I don't want that. So I originally was called to 47, loved that number, but then ended up with too many concepts, honestly. So I went beyond that. So I've decided on 65, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to read this section of why. Angel number 65 is a message that the angels are with you, helping you through current and ongoing changes in your life. I thought that was perfect. Ask for guidance from the angels whenever you feel the need to know that the channel of communication is always open for you. Adapt to changes gracefully and trust that all is going to the divine plan in your life. Loved that. The next part says, angel number 65 indicates that the efforts you have made toward changing your life for the better and living your spiritual truths has been acknowledged by the angelic and spiritual realms. The angels wish to commend you on your diligence and determination and send you blessings, love, and support. You are encouraged to continue making positive changes in your life, as they will lead to ongoing personal happiness and success on many levels. So I felt like that number, 65, was particularly appropriate number for the cards in the deck, which is why I chose 65. Okay? So thank you for listening to that idea. I hope you're excited. Go out and get yourself some note cards. They really are cheap right now because it's back to school. So like I spent 99 cents for 100 cards, which is plenty, right? You can choose the 3x5 cards, which are smaller and maybe easier for things like shuffling. But I actually kind of like the bigger cards, especially when I'm doing artwork. And if you want to sort of send me artwork as you go because you're proud of it and you want to share it and you give me permission to share it on the channel, then in some cases I might the next day choose one of those and give you a shout out. Make sure you let me know if it's okay to use your name. If you don't want me to use your last name, please make that known as well, because I won't share anything that people don't want me to share. I want to be respectful, okay? So it was so exciting. Spirit actually kept me awake till 1 o'clock one night, giving me all that information. And I was totally exhausted, but I just had to be up working on it. I couldn't go to sleep. It was the night before last. Okay, so let me calm down and call in Spirit, huh? Dear Spirit of the universe, of love and light, please be with us in this time and place as we focus our collective intention on gaining wisdom and guidance for our journey toward healing and self-mastery. We ask for open hearts and minds to receive the message that will serve our highest and best good in the service of healthy love in all forms, with deep gratitude. Thank you. So I'm going to pull a Goddess Oracle card. It comes from the Goddess Oracle by Amy Sophia Mershinsky and Juana Junto. Dear Spirit, please give us one Goddess energy that's working with us today. Maybe about creativity or healing, ideas, collaboration, so many things. What guidance do we need today? Just one card. There she goes. Just one card, but always on the floor, no matter what I do. Oh, this is perfect! Oh my gosh! Thank you, Spirit. Look, it's Brigid. Inspiration. Is it Brigid or Brigid? Anyway, Brigid, probably. Inspiration. How perfect. Huh, yay. See, Spirit's on totally behind this Healing Heart Oracle deck. Totally. Okay, here we go. Brigid, inspiration. Let me come to you through the mists, through the fire, through the plants, through the deep flowing wells with ideas, visions, words, music beyond the tips of your ears. Let me move you, enliven you, stimulate you, till your perspective shifts and your mind, body, spirit explodes, and you are left standing in the wake of what has been revealed, and life feels very sweet. Brigid, which means bright, is a Celtic triple goddess of fire, the fire of inspiration, smithcraft, poetry, healing, and divination. Her inspiration was vital to the bards, poets, who called upon her freely, Legend says that Brigid was born with a flame reaching out from the top of her head, connecting her with the universe. The new Christian and the old pagan Brigid were merged into Saint Brigid in AD 450. Saint Brigid, daughter of a druid, was a goldsmith and healer. 19 priestesses nuns guard her sacred fire in Kildare, Ireland. On the 20th of each month, it is said she appears and tends it herself. Brigid comes to ignite you with inspiration. Are you feeling a lack of direction, motivation, energy? Has your path gone out of focus? Your life become unclear? Are you yearning for something, but can't quite put your finger on it? It is time to nurture wholeness by taking in the sparkle and crackle of inspiration. Brigid says that a life without the fire of inspiration is dull indeed. She further counsels that by allowing inspiration to nurture your life, you become sharper, clearer, more energetic. Yay, Brigid. I'm so glad Brigid came out. What inspires you? Well, I hope that the Healing Card Oracle deck idea inspires you. It inspired me. In fact, it's funny when it mentions there about being alive and having more energy, because I'm telling you, I'd been thinking about this idea for a while, and then I was going to bed at my normal time, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and the ideas started to flow, and that's a lot of time when communication does come to me from spirit, is right before I go to sleep, or or sometimes right as I'm waking up. So anyway, things started to fall into place, and as those ideas, that inspiration was coming, I literally had so much energy flowing through my body that I couldn't sleep. And it was after 1 o'clock, and I actually said at one point, because I'd put all this down, I take notes in my phone, and so I'd put all this down in the phone, I'd brainstormed the words, I'd thought about all the different components, much the same way that I would have put together a project for my students at school. And then I literally said, can I sleep now? Okay, now can I go to sleep? So I finally got some sleep that night. But even just, prior to making this video, I felt the same way. I started to think about it, and I get all worked up and start talking faster. And, anyway, it brings a lot of energy. For me, sometimes that's too much, and then I'm feeling too much energy coursing through my body. I need to take a breath and slow down, because it feels almost overwhelming to get that inspired. Because you have to slow down enough to do the work, right? I mean, when you have an inspiration, you just want it to be manifest immediately. Well, I do, okay, because I'm in Aries, and we have a hard time being patient. So I want to go from vision to card deck, and not all the steps. But this is part of my healing process too. The greatest thing for me about doing the channel and all this is that I'm right along here with you, going through these steps. So I love it, because I know that it's going to grow me as well. And the truth is, we're never done healing. I mean, it shouldn't be an exhausting process that's difficult. It should be fun. It should be inspiring. It should be freaking awesome, because that's what life is. And when we're in that flow of understanding that healing is a part of what we're doing all the time, we integrate that into our perspective, then we change, we shift, and that's the shift we help create in the world. So, but it does get tiring at times. I know we got to take breaks. Okay, so from the Power of Surrender deck by Judith Orloff, MD. Spirit, what's really fast? We don't even have to ask. Look, Surrender to your full power. It says, and look at that. That's like just from, that's looks exactly like the strength card from the tarot deck. Reminds me of it anyway. The woman and the lion, right? Your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. You guys, I'm telling you something. This deck, it's going to help people. I know it. And this is, Spirit just confirmed it. So be inspired and don't think small. Think big. When you're doing the cards and you're creating, whether you think you're going to do it for yourself or whether you're doing it for somebody else, you may be an artist who loves to draw, you're really going to get into this, but whoever you are, whatever you do, know that this is one way of accessing your full power. It is. Creating the images and doing the work is one way to get there. So we're going to get there together. So I invite you to join me. I'm so excited about it. It's ridiculous. Okay, so affirmation for today. I am inspired I'm inspired to accept my full power. I am inspired to claim my full power. I am inspired to step into my full power. Yeah. We're all powerful. We just have to claim it. Claim it. It's right there. Anyway, I'm so happy. Thank you, Spirit, so much for the extra validation. I just really am always with so much gratitude and blown away. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that that explanation made sense. If you have questions I need to clarify, if it didn't come out quite right, if it didn't quite make sense, please ask questions in the description box. Like I said, I will start tomorrow or the next day. The next video I post will be the first word in the deck. I hope to see you. Like, share, subscribe. Okay, bye.